Good morning, students. In the last lecture, I have discussed the various conditions which favor the formation of ionic bond. Now, with these conditions, one most important factor which helps in the formation of ionic bond is the energetics of the process. So, it is very important to consider the energetics of process of formation of ionic bond. Means the energy change. So, if the process is exothermic, that is, the enthalpy change, which is represented by delta H, is less than 0 or negative, then the compound is stable compound. And if the process is endothermic, that is the delta H is more than 0 or positive, you can say the compound is unstable. So that the enthalpy change or energy change is also an important factor during the formation of an ionic bond. Now, when the ionic bond is formed, there is electrostatic force of attraction among the ions in the crystal lattice. So, the cohesive forces or energy of ionic crystals is commonly known as lattice energy or lattice enthalpy. So, today we will discuss the most important factor, that is the lattice energy. That is the cohesive energy of ionic crystals that is present between the two opposite ions is known as lattice energy. So lattice energy is a very important factor in the formation of ionic compound. So we will discuss this lattice energy in detail. What is lattice energy and what are the various factors which affects the lattice energy? So we will discuss in detail. So first is, what do you mean by lattice energy? Lattice energy is the energy released when gaseous ions are brought from infinity to form a 1 mole of solid substance at 0 degree Kelvin is known as lattice energy or crystal energy. So, it is a measure of the strength of an ionic bond. It means larger the lattice energy, stronger is your bond. Now see, there is an example of the formation of sodium chloride lattice. Now this sodium chloride molecule is formed by the combination of sodium ion, that is Na plus in gaseous state, and Cl negative ion, which is also in gaseous state. When both these ions they combine, they form NaCl molecule. And here the delta H is the energy released when gaseous ions Na plus and Cl negative are brought from infinity to form a 1 mole of solid NaCl at 0 degree Kelvin. Now this is the lattice energy of NaCl, and its numerical value bears a negative sign, minus sign. Now what this minus sign represent? Minus sign indicate that the formation of NaCl from its ions is exothermic in nature, because if the energy is released in the process, then it is known as exothermic, and if the energy is absorbed in the process, then the reaction is endothermic. So the lattice energy of NaCl is negative sign, means that this is exothermic in nature. So the lattice energy cannot be determined by the formation of a molecule from its ions. Therefore it is determined by breaking the molecule in the solid state into ion into gaseous state. So there is another definition of the lattice energy: when NaCl or breaks into its constituent particles or constituent ions, for example Na plus or Cl negative. So the enthalpy change when 1 mole of a solid substance is converted into its ions in gaseous state, then this is also known as the lattice energy. Now here in this case the value of delta H is positive. It means the energy is absorbed. But in actual, the lattice energy of NaCl has negative value. So the lattice energy of NaCl is minus 769 kilojoules per mole. Now there are various factors which affects the lattice energy. The first factor we will discuss is the ionic radius. Ionic radius. Now how ionic radius affects the lattice energy of the ionic crystal? Lattice energy depends upon the reciprocal of the interionic distance, that is the distance between R plus radius of cation and the radius of anion, that is 1 divided by R plus R minus. R plus is the radius of cation and R minus is the radius of anion. Okay, so here are some examples given here. In compound where cation or anion is same or oppositely charged, ion is changed. So we are taking two example of that compounds. For example, in the compounds like NaF, that is sodium fluoride, NaCl sodium chloride, NaBr sodium bromide, and NaI sodium iodide. Now in each compound, what is same? That is cation is same in all the compounds, and size of the anion increases. See, in this case, in these four compounds, the iodide ion is larger in size as compared to fluoride ion, chloride ion, and bromide ion. So the size of the anion is increases in this case. So as you know, this lattice energy is inversely proportional to the radius of cation and anion. So in this case, the size of cation is same, only what is vary, that is size of anion is increasing. So if the size of anion is increasing, it means the lattice energy decreases. Now take another example in which there are four compounds, that is lithium fluoride, sodium fluoride, potassium fluoride, and rubidium fluoride. In these four compounds, the size of anion is same, but what is different? The size of cation. Rubidium is larger in size as compared to lithium, so the size of cation goes on increasing. So as you know, the lattice energy is inversely proportional to the size of cation and anion. So if the size of anion is same and size of cation is increases, the lattice energy is decreases because it is inversely proportional to the size of cation and anion. Okay, so this is about ionic radius. Now if the cation in the compounds are very large means if the size of the cation is very large, it is for example rubidium plus and cesium plus, these cations they have larger in size, these cations. So the lattice energy depends mainly on the size of the cation, and any changes in the anion do not cause large variation in the lattice energy. So if we are taking the large size cations, and the size of the anion will not cause any variation in the lattice energy. So with small cations like lithium positive, there is a considerable variation in the lattice energy with changes in the anion. So if we are taking the small size cation, then there is a considerable change in the lattice energy. For example, if you are taking rubidium fluoride, rubidium chloride, rubidium bromide, rubidium fluoride, in all these four compounds we are taking the large size cation. So if we are taking a large size cation, then the size of an ion do not cause any variation, large variation in the lattice energy. But if you take small size cation, for example in case of lithium fluoride, lithium chloride, lithium bromide, or lithium iodide, in these four compounds what is happening? The size of cation is small and the size of an ion is varying. So if you are vary the size of the anion and the size of the cation, they are same, then what will happen? There is a considerable variation in the lattice energy which changes in the anion. Now see in this table, the value of lattice energy will depicts the variation. So if you are taking Rb plus with fluoride, chloride, bromide, iodide, there is a no large variation in this case. For example, see with rubidium fluoride has 784 kilojoules per mole lattice energy, whereas rubidium chloride is 695, rubidium bromide is 634, and rubidium iodide is 596. So there is not large variation in the lattice energy. But if you are talking about the small cations like lithium positive, then see the values in the table. If we are taking the energy, lattice energy of lithium fluoride, then it is 1037.6 kilojoules per mole. Lithium chloride, it is 862.7 kilojoules per mole, and lithium bromide, it is 785.7 kilojoules per mole, and lithium iodide is 729.7. so there is a large variation in the lattice energy with the changes in anion. In case of lithium iodide, it is 729.7, whereas in case of lithium fluoride it is 1037.6. so there is so much large variation if you are taking small size of the cation, but you are taking large size of cation, then there is not large variation. This will not cause large variation in the lattice energy. See, rubidium fluoride is 784 and rubidium iodide is 596, so there is not much difference, but in case of lithium it is large differences there. Lithium iodide is 729 and lithium fluoride is 1037.6. so by changing the cation, size of the cation, lattice energy is also vary. Now the next factor which plays a very important role in the lattice energy is the ionic charge. So if the charge on an ion is greater, the lattice energy is larger. For example, if we compare the lattice energy of magnesium oxide with lithium fluoride, then we find that the cations, they have practically the same size. For example, Mg2 positive, they have 6.6 into 10 raised to power minus 2 nanometer, whereas lithium positive has 6.8 into 10 raised to power minus 2 nanometer. So the size of the cations is almost same. Now if the size of the cation is almost same, then what we will see? However, we will see that in case of magnesium oxide, magnesium and oxide, they has +2 and -2 charge. It means Mg2 positive and O2 negative, they being divalent as compared to lithium fluoride and Li positive and F negative. Because Mg2 positive and O2 negative, they are divalent. Divalent means they have valency 2, means the charge on the magnesium is +2 and the charge on oxide is -2. As compared to lithium, in case of lithium fluoride, lithium has +1 charge and fluoride has -1 charge. So if we are comparing the ionic charge on both the compounds, then we will say that in case of magnesium oxide being divalent, this compound has large charge, ionic charge. So the lattice energy of magnesium oxide is greater than that of lithium fluoride because of the presence of more charge on the magnesium oxide as compared to lithium fluoride. So the third factors which also affects the lattice energy a lot, that is electronic configuration. So the electronic configuration also plays a very important role in lattice energy, in calculating the lattice energy of the compound. So the electronic configuration of cation also affects the lattice energy of the compounds. For example, copper plus zinc 2 positive, Ag positive, silver, gold and mercury 2 positive, they have D10 configuration. Now D10 configuration means cations with D10 configuration, they are formed by the transfer of their ns electrons to the non-metal and convert into an anion. Clear? See below in this table. For example, copper plus ion is formed by the transfer of its 4s1 electron to chlorine atom when it forms copper chloride. Thus the copper plus, which has D10 configuration, now attracts the electron of the anion to a greater extent. So what will happen? This is due to the why this copper plus ion attracts the electron of the ion to a greater extent, because of the poor shielding of effect of the d orbitals. Okay, as you know, these transition elements that have d orbital, so d orbitals, they have poor shielding effect. So if they have poor shielding effect, what will happen? It increases the effective nuclear charge, and if the effective nuclear charge increases, then what will happen? Then the bond becomes more covalent and stronger due to the attraction of electron by the nucleus. Hence, if the bond is become strong, lattice energy automatically increases. So the lattice energy increases in the molecules having cation with D10 configuration. So these are the various factors which affect the lattice energy. That is, first factor which affect the lattice energy is your, what is the first factor? That is your ionic radius. Second factor which affects the lattice energy is your ionic charge. And the third factor which affects the lattice energy is electronic configuration of the cation present in the molecules. So these are the three factors which affect the lattice energy of the crystal a lot. So while calculating the lattice energy, we have to consider these three factors. So in the next lecture, I will discuss the various methods which are used to calculate the lattice energy of the ionic crystal. So in the next lecture, we will do the various equations, various formulas which is used to calculate the lattice energy of the crystal. Thank you.